Kyle Busch, Richard stopped shooting from the hip in pursuit of speed. Kyle Busch believes that for Richard Childress Racing to get back into the victory lane, it has to stop shooting from the hip. However, given the organization's lack of success in the last few seasons, perhaps shooting from a fighter jet might be a better way to earn a win. In the last 2 seasons, 2024 and the first 31 races this year, RCR has had an extremely rough go. During those 67 combined races, only Childress's grandson, Austin Dillon, has reached victory lane twice, once each season. While Busch has been mired in the longest winless streak of his Cup career, he enters Sunday's race at the Charlotte Roval having gone 88 races without a win, dating back to the final 21 races of the 2023 season. Busch will return to RCR for at least one more season next year, but with a new face on the pit box. Crew chief Randall Burnett announced earlier this week that he will move to Trackhouse Racing next year to serve as crew chief for Connor Zilisch, who is being promoted to a full-time ride in the Cup Series, replacing the departing Daniel Suarez. Burnett will remain with RCR for the final 5 races as an advisor. In the meantime, Busch will have veteran Xfinity Series crew chief Andy Street as his interim crew chief for the remaining 5 races. Whether Street stays with Busch full-time next season remains to be seen. During his weekly media availability on Saturday at the Roval, Busch was quite clear on what he wants to see at RCR. Some consistency, Busch said. Just knowing why we're doing what we're doing instead of some shooting from the hip, if you will. In other words, less ad-libbing and more structure when it comes to race planning and strategy. There's got to be a greater plan with Richard and RCR President Mike Verlander, relying on those guys to make some good, educated decisions and calls in what they want to do and what they want to see this structured, Busch added. It's their race team, but I obviously want to be part of a winning team and I want to be part of that. While some critics have said Busch, now 40 and in his 21st full-time Cup Series season, may be over the hill or burned out from all the extra racing he's done, dipping down to the Xfinity and Truck Series in addition to his full-time Cup job, he disagrees, showing a flash of that old, super-confident KB hubris. You give me a good piece at Fontana and I win you a race, Busch said. You give me a good piece at Gateway and I win you a race. We've had good cars where we've been able to contend and compete for wins. Kansas last year I messed up. And threw it away, and for the win, I hit the bump and messed up and threw it away. But give me good pieces, put me in the game and let's go. And it's not the next generation car, which some critics have also said caused Busch's on-track struggles. After all, when the Gen 7 car was introduced in 2022, he earned 1 win that season and 3 in 2023, making the playoffs both times. But he missed the playoffs and victory lane in both 2024 and 2025. In this day and time right now with this car, you have to have every little detail absolutely perfect, and it seems like there's only 3 teams that have that with Hendrick, Gibbs, and Penske, who can do that, Busch said. There's not a whole lot of winners outside of those 12 cars. Childress and Verlander have not revealed whether Street will become Busch's full-time crew chief next season, whether he's just a fill-in for the remaining 5 races, or if they'll bring in someone new to replace Burnett, with the possibility of a young, aspiring crew chief who can grow and develop with Busch, the organization, and whichever driver eventually replaces Busch in the number 8 Chevrolet. If they're young or old, if they're a different demographic or nationality, it doesn't matter to me, Busch said. It's whoever's good and can put us in a right place to be able to go out there and compete and win races. I love Randall for everything he is and who he was to this race team, the relationship we had, the friendship, his kid driving for me a couple years ago in go-karts. It's just a matter of things change and we're looking for some more right now.